Soul Rising, dear family. Wagwan to every melanated god angel, Orisha Diva Pharaoh in existence. I am our soul's first lieutenant, and I have order for you to follow. Check this out. 4 things. First one, the just love energy. Just love energy is the first thing. Second thing, what I like to label and describe as the 4 human capitals of reality. The 4 human capitals of reality, what you want, or your wants, needs, rights, and satisfactions. Wants, needs, rights, and satisfactions. Third, the 9 soul liberation chakra hierarchies, or the 9 soul liberation hierarchies, period. The 9 soul liberation hierarchies. And then finally, this sequence. This sequence that I've been trying to comprehend. I want to talk about it now because I believe, and I honestly have a sense that I have a finite grasp of its comprehension. Source, chakra, prana sequence. The source, chakra, prana sequence. The source, chakras, prana sequence. The source, chakra, prana sequence. Awareness of this. I'm going to incorporate all of these things that I just said into this one discussion. If you hear noise, I'm in a certain location. So, let's talk. Just love. What is just love to me personally, or to my understanding or comprehension, based on what the words you have provided unto us all to make them make the sense in which they make? Meaning, like, what is the logical definition of love? What is the logical meaning of love? What is love telling us to do? And or what is love for us? You follow what I'm saying? There's going to be a bunch of definitions before I go in. So, love defines as a deep feeling, as an intense deep feeling of affection. An intense deep feeling of affection. And an affection is, or affection with an A, not an E. Affection is a gentle feeling of fondness or liking. A gentle feeling of fondness or liking. So far, love is comprehended as an intense, gentle feeling. So far, I have it comprehended as such. Your flesh is an intense feeling, but it is gentle simultaneously. Your flesh is an intense feeling, yet gentle simultaneously. Moving forward. Archaically, meaning a very old-fashioned definition. Affection defines as a mental state, an emotion, or the quality of affection, or being affected, a mental state, an emotion. Whatever the mental state or the emotion is, whatever the character is. Because don't forget, character literally defines as the mental and moral qualities distinctive to an individual. The mental and moral qualities distinctive to an individual. Morals are the measurement of emotion. Whatever state your emotion is in, your morals, if you have proper moral comprehension and proper moral awareness, will be able to tell of this emotion, and as well as other emotions outside of thee, by any moral means. So check it. Character. Your love. Love and character, they go hand in hand. Almost as if for the natural character, it is just love. For our natural character, it is just love. Whatever they try to tell us we are not it. Whatever they try to make us believe we are not this. More deeper though. So, when you look at the Latin word for affection, when you look at what it means, affecire, meaning to influence, the word affection in its Latin origin means affecire, meaning to influence. So when you tie the definition of love with this here definition, the way you have it lined up currently, it'll sound a little bit more like this now. Love defines as an intense deep feeling of influence, or an intense deep feeling of a gentle influence. Gentle influence, huh? An intense deep feeling of a gentle influence. What gentle influences come from this universe that we know of? What gentle influences do we know that derive from this universe in which we know of? Real quick, have you ever noticed, especially due to who is or what is in charge of the current reality in which we are in, or of which we are in, have you ever noticed Everything of this physical reality, while this thing is in charge of it, whatever this thing is, right? Whatever this thing is in charge of it, while we are in this physical reality, everything about it is fake, stupid, playful, and evil. Everything about this physical reality as we know it is fake, stupid, playful, and evil. And to call it stupid and playful is almost essentially giving it some power. It doesn't deserve any at all. So what of this fake and evil reality then? What of it? Why is it the way it is? And how can we reverse it back to normal? If there is a normal for it to be reversed back to. There is a normal for this reality to be reversed back to. It's just love. For starters, we have to recognize how fake, stupid, playful, and evil this physical reality is, and why it is so fake, stupid, playful, and evil this entire physical reality is. Let's recognize the facts for a moment. Just love, right? I'm going to finish this definition, then I'm going to move on to something else. Just love. Love is an intense feeling of deep influence, or of a deep, gentle influence. Love is an intense feeling of a deep, gentle influence. Gentle influence. Did you know the word influence in its Latin origin? Influx, meaning the flowing in of matter, flowing matter. Or there is the definition, or the one that says it is the ethereal fluids. Ethereal fluids. The first one is an influx, and the other one is a bit difficult to remember, the Latin word to label and describe it, to label and describe how this meaning is what this word is telling us, if that makes sense to you. So I just know for a fact that its multiple meanings harbor this one right here. The flowing in of matter, or the process of flowing matter, and is also this one, the ethereal fluids thereof. Ethereal fluids, and how they move to, within, and throughout us all within this universe here that we reside in. If that makes sense to you thus far. So in other words, when you look at love with its proper definition now, and as well as all the new things you just heard about the word influence, how it's the flowing of matter, how it's flowing matter, and or how it is of the ethereal fluids affecting human destiny, affecting human destiny. And then the word affecting, it flips right back around to the word affecting, or affection, or affect, affect. You follow what I'm saying? So now check it out, right? Love is an intense, deep feeling of ethereal fluids. Or love is an intense, deep feeling of gentle ethereal fluids, or gentle flowing matter. Where does flowing matter come from? Where do ethereal fluids come from? You follow what I'm saying? Think of it in this regard. What am I ultimately getting at? We no longer need to listen to them for anything. Who is them? The oppressive body. Those who play as the white leadership, the white military force, and the white government. They are the only problem in all of reality, and everyone in reality knows of this. Why don't we do something about it? Why don't we acknowledge it? Because they taught us not to our entire lives. Remember, they taught you to be prideful for abuse. They taught you to be satisfied with abuse. They taught you to desire abuse. They taught you to want abuse. They taught you that you deserve abuse through divine rights. That's what they taught you, remember? And this is why you accept it. This is why you don't do anything about it. And this is why it's been out here for thousands of years, unquestioned. Because they had us in this mentality for thousands of years, trapped and or stuck in it under their influence versus the source of all love's influence, the just love influence. And don't forget, the word just means what's upright and steady or balanced. You follow what I'm saying? Love is an intense feeling of deep affection, or an intense feeling of deep flowing in of ethereal fluids, gentle flow of ethereal fluids. Love is an intense feeling of deep gentle flow of ethereal fluids, or love is an intense feeling of deep, gentle ethereal fluids. The flowing in of ethereal or flowing in of matter is what I meant to say on what I meant to say beforehand, or the flowing in of ethereal fluids. Flowing matter or ethereal fluids. Flowing matter or ethereal fluids. That's what I'm getting at. One of those two things. Flowing matter or ethereal fluids. Flowing matter or ethereal fluids. So that means, yeah, the ethereal fluids would be the non-physical concept, and the flowing matter, of course, will be the physical concept. Our women keep saying things like they're just trying to matter. They're just trying to matter. But you are literal matter. You are matter, especially melanated women, especially the so-called black women. They really matter, or they are legitimate matter. They're legitimate matter. Black women are. Especially my black men, or the kings, the pharaohs thereof, my brethren. My women, my men. My men, my women. Do I see human beings as soldiers? Partially. I mean, we're at war. How else can I see you at the current moment in time other than what can be prepared to fight back? This is why I say you're my men. Soldiers, in a sense. Or my women, Ongolji. We're at war. There's no other way to see what this is other than for what it is. And we've been at war with the same group of people now for thousands of years. Or should I say they've been at war with us. Attacking us in secrets, attacking us in private, attacking us with their feelings on their pieces of paper. You want to know how the so-called recessive people or the so-called whites, you want to know how they gain their laws? It's based on how the melanated people react to their abuse. Meaning they acquire their laws or they generate their laws based on how the melanated people react to white abuse. How do melanated people react to white abuse? We desire to stop it, do we not? Well, this is why virtually every law known is specifically designed to prevent you from doing just that, stopping hatred. You follow their laws, you're following your prison sentence. Wants, needs, rights, and satisfactions. Just love energy. Just love. An intense feeling of deep, gentle ethereal matter. Or, yeah, there you go, ethereal matter. Because either way it goes, I'm saying the flowing in of ethereal fluids, or the flowing in of matter, and I'm also saying the flowing in of ethereal fluids. Because either way it goes, whether it's the non-physical ethereal fluids flowing in, or whether it's you as the flowing matter, causing them influence that matters, because let's not forget these are all the root words for the word influence, or the root meanings for the word influence. They're both intense, deep feelings of either ethereal fluids flowing in or the flowing of ethereal matter. You follow what I'm saying? All affecting human destiny. We are just love, or we are just the ether. We are just ether, or we are just matter. Just matter. And remember, the word just is balance, as the word balance is just. They both have similar and/or exact meanings, virtually. So that means we naturally are balanced love. We naturally are balanced ethereal matter. We naturally are balanced ethereal matter. Long story short, we are naturally balanced ethereal matter. Moving forward. Wants, needs, rights, satisfactions. The 9 soul liberation hierarchies. And source chakra pranas, the source chakra pranas. First of all, so I can incorporate this faster, what is source? Source is balanced love, or balanced ethereal matter. Source is balanced ethereal matter. Our source energy, once again, is balanced ethereal matter. You follow what I'm saying? So that means balanced ethereal matter, or balanced love, chakra pranas. Balanced love first, then the chakras, then the pranas. I want to tell you what I'm ultimately getting at here. but I want to incorporate it all and then like just give it to you. You follow what I'm saying? Wants, needs, rights, and satisfactions real quick. Incorporating the just love source energy throughout this here four human capitals parable. Wants, needs, rights, and satisfactions. Wants, needs, rights, and satisfactions. Your wants are all of your lowest needs, your lowest things. Wants are lowers. Your wants are in the category of aspirations, dreams, hopes, wishes, desires, things of that nature. Your needs are on the same line of foundational, underlying basis, infrastructure, necessities. Your rights are from source, your divine rights, what God gives you, what you are quite essentially entitled to have in your life. You're entitled to be with a fully melanated woman. You're entitled to be with a fully melanated woman. Speaking for men. You follow what I'm saying? So, rights are what come directly from the just love source energy. Rights are what come from the ballast ethereal matter source energy. That's where your rights come from. And your satisfactions, what you are prideful for, what you are okay with, and don't need anything else knocking it off its kilter or knocking it off its pivot or taking it out from what it really is or removing it from the placement in which it stands. That there, your satisfactions represent that category of things, and all things of the likeness branch from it. You follow what I'm saying? Next. So, a sentence that'll make it all make more sense, or a few things to say that'll make this part make more sense. So if I have a right, or if I have a just love energy deriving from my source, a just love energy, a just ethereal fluid matter type of energy flowing in from the source, and I am satisfied with this, then what positioning would that leave my wants and needs? If I have a love already coming in, if I have a love already deriving that's non-physical from the source, and I'm satisfied with this, then what position would that leave my wants and needs in? Think about it. I don't want your colonizing love because it's fake. That's not real love. Real love is already coming from my source, to within and throughout me, into the world. So I don't want your love at all. Needs then. What do I need to do with this love? Since I don't want any more love, I already have love. What do I want to do and need to do then? Give it away. I desire to just give this love away freely. Why do I desire to give this love away freely? Because it's coming in freely. How it comes in, or what it started out as, is how it shall remain. You follow what I'm saying? I desire to just give my love freely because I am the love to give, not to receive. I don't need to receive any of your love, especially not your fake colonial love. I just need to give the love I have away. What happens if I am obligated to do the opposite of giving my love away? What happens if I'm obligated only to give hatred? That should be a rhetorical question. What happens when someone is obligated to only give hatred? You destroy the world and everything inside of it. All of nature. That's what happens when you're obligated to only give hatred versus your love. You are just love. Why can't you give just what you are to the world in which you reside in? I know why now. Two major things: genetic flaws and a really, really loud, devilish mouth that'll never shut up. Because to within and throughout your kind, the destruction of minds is the only thing that matters to it. And here's the thing. Destruction is the only thing that matters to it. Destruction of what? Destruction of my kind, the melanated people, worldwide, everywhere that we are in this reality, is the only thing that matters to it. Moving forward. Wants, needs, rights, and satisfactions. I get my just love energy from my divine rights, and I am satisfied with this energy that I receive from God. Don't even necessarily want to call it God, huh? What about just the energy then? The just love energy? Because that's what God is, in my opinion, just love energy. God is just love energy. God is just love energy. This energy I receive from God, I am satisfied with it. I don't want or need anything else from anywhere else, because everything and anything from anywhere and everywhere else is all fake, stupid, and evil. Fake and evil. To say something is stupid and playful is to give it some kind of power. Because you want to know what's stupid and playful? Having all of these little Congress meetings and all of these little tea parties and whatnot, when in reality, the only thing we need to do is stop you people. We don't need to talk to you, just stop you. We don't need to associate with you, just stop you. We don't need to be around you, just stop you. Whatever stopping them looks like though, huh? Whatever you consider stopping them to be. They are pure, fake, evil, hatred, vengeance, and wrath. What do they even want vengeance for? Nothing. They just feel like they need to get it through us, by destroying us to get it. They don't even know who they are, nor can they even know who they are, nor do they even want to know what they are, or how they are, or why are they even here. The only thing that matters to them is what the devil tells them to do. Take them away, you take the devil's power away. We don't need to associate with you, only stop you. We don't need to be aligned with you or get to know you, only stop you. Forget all of your feelings and all things that you would try to manipulate us to be sad about. Just need to be stopped. Do you notice how they always try to put on this pity party as soon as we begin to buck against whatever system they have set up to obligating us to follow and whatnot? Did you notice how they get so sad? How they begin to forgive us black people? Remember, any and everything that they do at any time that they do it is manipulation. Trying to drag you and or keep you in a position where you're failing at everything and suffering to death. Why? No reason. They just want to do it. Stop trying to worry about the reason. Stop looking at their country names. Stop looking at their group names. It's just them. If you all think you can build while they're here in this reality, you're wrong. If you all think you can recreate another Black Wall Street in this reality while they exist, you're wrong. If you think you can truly have any type of peace or freedom or joy in this life while they exist, you're wrong. For they only exist to keep peace away from you. They only exist to keep turmoil in your life. They only exist to keep destruction your everyday fad. And they do it all with a smile on their face, happy and delighted to ruin every melanated man, woman, and child they come across. But as soon as we begin to recognize it, oh no, black people, forgive me. I just want to ruin your life for no reason. I just want to ruin your life for giggles. Don't be evil. Don't cast me away. Just let me destroy you. Let go and let devil, huh? Suffer peacefully, Malcolm X voice, huh? That's what they're telling us every day. This is why I came up with something called the 9 soul liberation hierarchies to help us see a way we can stop them from forcing us to move in theirs. Their what? Their way. I just said it. Why do y'all make us repeat things so much? Because you want us to think about what's driving us to death, just like they do. That's why you keep doing it. This is why you act like you can't comprehend certain things, because you want us to do what they want us to do. Suffer to death. Always remember, never forget, they succeeded in getting their hatred in our households. Whites have succeeded in getting their hatreds of us in every detail, and how they have their hatreds of us in every detail inside of our household and inside of our communities and inside of our very fabrication of being. And then they get all playful and stupid whenever we try to override it and get it back out. And then to ensure we'll never be able to figure it out, or we'll never even come close, the fake and evil side, how they just destroy and remove everything from wherever it is to prevent us from realizing it out, or prevent us from figuring it out. You follow what I'm saying? The 9 soul liberation hierarchies, the first 4 represent the fundamental forces. They represent the fundamental forces of our natural standard: peace, love, unity, and advancement, or calmness, serenity, love, and righteousness. Titled 12 soul liberation, the 12 spiritual crop lines, or 12 spiritual combination words, or 12 spiritual combos. Broken off into 3 groups: the conscious mind, subconscious mind, and unconscious mind, and targeting the base information of all 3 planes, or the base foundational structure of all 3 planes, and the details of all 3 of their base foundational structures. In the conscious mind, its base foundational structure is of what could be known as the soul star chakra, crown chakra, and earth star chakra, as well as the akasha chakra. The subconscious mind could be known as the third eye chakra, the throat chakra, and the heart chakra, and the akasha chakra as well. And then the final plane, the solar plexus chakra, the sacral chakra, and the root chakra, as well as the akasha chakra, being the space in which those 3 form, or in which those 3 which make one form are inside of, if that makes sense to you. Meaning each of those 3 chakras are in one space known as the akasha chakra. You follow what I'm saying? And what is a chakra? A chakra in Indian thought, each of the centers, energy centers of spiritual power in the human body. Spiritual power, spiritual power. Usually considered to be 7 in number, but it's infinite. So if these energy centers in our bodies are infinite, then what is spiritual power then? Focus on that definition alone. Spiritual, what's relating to or affecting the human spirit or soul. Affecting, there go that word again, even in the midst of the word spiritual. So that means, well, the word spiritual has a lot to do with the word love. Real quick, the 12 spiritual crop lines, what are they? First 4, the meaning of peace, meaning of love, meaning of unity, meaning of advancement. The second 4, global soul liberation, global child manumission, global moral purification, global balance reestablishing. The final 4, my conviction, our identity, spiritual reclamation, and balance reestablishing. In the previous video I just did, I missed that detail. I didn't mean to. It's just I'm trying to get the details out of the way as fast as possible. And then you got the next hierarchy, which is the 12 soul directional words. What are they? Soul freedom, soul liberation, soul sovereignty, soul coexistence. Don't forget, all 3 of these groups will be targeting all 3 of those zones in the areas in which they connect with. Spiritual powers, triggering the spiritual powers. Spirit is something to do, all have to do with love. Spirit has all to do with love. And what are we naturally? Love, just love, balanced love. You follow me? The 12 soul directional words real fast. And then the second 4 are of soul balance, soul ethics, soul principle, soul pride, or soul balance, soul balance, soul pride, soul principle, and soul ethics, targeting their 4 specific areas that they're targeting as well. And then the final 4 for the soul directional words would be of soul speed, soul first, soul speed, soul theocracy, and soul tribe. You follow what I'm saying? Never giving up on you. You couldn't pay me to. I know what this is going to bring me. I can't give up on you. You couldn't pay me to anyway. Moving forward. So, the next hierarchy, titled the 12 Divine Tasks. I did multiple videos on them. And then the final one being the 12 environmental purification forces. The 12 environmental purification forces. Watch the other videos if you want to know the details of them. Then the next one being the 5th hierarchy, the devil. The next one after that being is titled the 16 evil supremacy dimensions. And then the next hierarchy being the devil's sword, the representation of every white man, woman, and child alive on this planet, and what they do for the devil just by existing. Do I hate white people? No, I just see the problem in them. This video is going to be titled a soul game discussion. You know, I don't even like the word discussion either, but that's what this video is going to be titled, a soul game discussion. Why do I call it a soul game though? Because what the energy of soul is just love. The soul's energy is just love energy. It's beautiful, isn't it? Can you grasp such a concept? How the soul's energy is just love, and the game is to manipulate a situation, typically in a way that is unfair or unscrupulous. How could the way I'm trying to manipulate this situation we are in be unfair or unscrupulous when I am using such a positive just love, literally just love bound to it energy to manipulate the situation into what the energy is? Simple, because I found out something that you all didn't know of, and I'm taking advantage of it. And I'm going to just keep on taking advantage of it until I don't need to take advantage of it any longer. Now, the 7th hierarchy, what is it? It's a big bump there, really big bump. What's the 7th hierarchy? The 16 soul supremacy dimensions, and the 8th hierarchy. In the 8th hierarchy is the 9. Yep, I'm gonna keep it at 9. The 9 measurement words, the 9 measurement words. I'm gonna keep it at 9. It makes more sense now. I'll tell you what they are later. Run out of time. So now, what is it about this here source chakra prana hierarchy that I'm talking about, or this sequence that I'm telling you about? First of all, know what the final 9 project is, or final 9th project is, so this can make more sense to you. The 47 DTM Soul King military parable, which is going to flush all of the negative foul principalities and all of the negative foul things plagiarizing thy mind, heart spaces, just love energy, meaning confusing you into feeling like you should be something other than you, is what my spiritual military army is going to do, or my spiritual military, my spiritual Marine Corps, and my spiritual Air Force. Gonna blow up everything plagiarizing your mind, heart space, and flush it all out into the open so you can see it and deal with it accordingly. You've all been doing a great job thus far. Keep it up. Moving forward, right? So, I found out that a just love energy moves to, within, and throughout what is known as our chakras, and manifest themselves in the form of 5 pranas. Inhale is what you call Udana. Exhale is what you call Apana. Vision is what you call Samana Vayu. They're 5 pranas. Inhale Udana Vayu. Exhale Apana Vayu. Vision, Samana Vayu. Feeling, Vayana Vayu. And all 4 of those specific pranas derive from Prana Vayu, the main prana source. And how, by way of the just love energy moving to, within, and throughout what is known as our chakras, the energy centers of spiritual power in our body. They're infinite, and into our physical reality as the 5 pranas. But here's the thing, that's all we do right there. Everything else that comes outside of that idea, pure evil, fake, stupid, and playful. Shut it down if you want to live the right way. One last note, then I'm going to close out the video. 5 senses. Just take this and comprehend it. 5 senses. The spirit is our 5 senses at base. The spirit is our 5 senses at base, or the spirit is the culmination of the 5 great elements in one. Spirit can be labeled and described as the 5 great elements in one culmination. This entire physical reality can be labeled and described with the 5 great elements and culminated in one. 5 prana forms, 5 great elements, 510 mantras, or 5 senses. gentle elements. Tan means subtle. Matra means elements. You follow what I'm saying? We receive our hearing first from Obatala. And then we receive our skin, our body second from Obatala. Thirdly, we receive our vision, third eye, sight from Obatala. Why do I keep saying Obatala? Because according to the Yoruba Orisha beliefs, Obatala is the deity that represents the way, scientifically speaking, our body was formed by what can be labeled and described as spirit. Meaning I am combining every style of scientific understanding to comprehend how we were brought into this physical reality. Did you also know too, every single person that ever existed was born the exact same way? Through the womb into the physical, through the womb into the physical. You entered through her, and ether. You entered through her, the fifth element, ether. You follow what I'm saying? Comprehend this. You didn't enter through the white people to exist. You entered through the ethereal realm to exist. You didn't enter through the white people to exist. You entered through the ethereal realm to exist. Those 5 great elements, what are they? Ether, air, fire, water, earth. All 5 of those elements make up this reality at base. But everything outside and or that comes in is trying to twist it to be what it naturally is. Twist it away from being what it naturally is. Turn it to the opposite. In other words, or to make this story short and then to close out the video, everything that is trying to forcefully keep control over this physical reality is in just hatred. Yet we have the power to stop them and reverse it all back to a just love nature. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Be the God in which you were destined to be, and stop letting them shame you into being opposite of the God you were destined to be. Just love. You are extraordinary. Literally. How so? Because the soul spirit inside of you is ordinary, whereas the flesh, in which gives the soul spirit something to control by way of the senses, because the soul controls us through our senses. The soul controls us through our senses. The just love energy controls us and moves us and drives us through our senses. Remember, spirit is the seat of the soul. Spirit is the seat of the soul. What kind of seat? The seat of emotions and character. So what kind of seat then? What kind of seat is the emotions and character sitting in? Your 5 senses seat. Your emotions and character are the soul, sitting inside of the seat, being driven thereof. Just love controls your senses, not their unjust hatred. Peace, love, unity, and advancement to you all, my family.